The deadline is in just a matter of weeks for the city of Austin to tell TxDOT whether it can afford to build deck covers over the state's I-35 expansion project near downtown Austin.
Now we're talking about caps and stitches, those deck plazas with trails and community spaces over the highway. But City of Austin staff presented a new proposal today for what they think the city can actually afford. And as KXAN's Grace Reeder is here to explain, this is not the full vision plan that the community had asked for, Grace.
Yeah, that's right, Daniel. That vision plan looked at highway covers in a handful of locations, but Austin staff presented their updated recommendation for caps and stitches over I-35 today and only recommended 2. These caps are very expensive. If the city paid for its whole vision plan start to finish, it would cost more than $1.4 billion. So when council votes later this month on what it wants to fund, city staff recommend they only commit to the roadway elements for the cap at Cesar Chavez to 4th Street and another cover from 11th to 12th. That's just to do roadway elements for those, and that alone would cost around $55 million. To build everything on top of that would be close to $400 million. The city only has so much money it can borrow, by the way. Today the city said it can only ask for $750 million more in bond debt before they run into credit issues. So whatever the city borrows for these caps would take away from any asks the city may put into a 2026 comprehensive bond package.
That meets things like parks and other affordable housing and other needs that we might have. It reduces in my head what I think we can afford with regard to the specific caps.
City Council also asked for a return on investment analysis of these caps. In other words, would they pay for themselves in the long run because property values nearby go up or amenities on top bring in value? An external look at that showed no, the return wouldn't come even close to covering the cost of all of these highway covers.
Okay, so you've been covering this extensively. The city was hoping that it would get that $105 million federal grant to help with this. Will it?
At the moment, it doesn't appear so. They're still in limbo. Looks really unlikely, though. That grant got caught up in the budget reconciliation process federally. The U.S. House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee nixed it from its budget proposal. So unless a lawmaker identifies that during this budget process as something that should be added back into the bill, it is unlikely that the city of Austin will receive that.
All right, Grace Reeder, thank you so much.